Oh no, we were attacked by an infected resident who turned into a zombie. We are going to die now.
Don't worry, I'm your sheriff and I'll save you. You're a terrible zombie resident. It seems I was able to defeat her. Now you can stop worrying and go home calmly. Now everything is fine, it's cool.
Oh no, strange things are happening to me. It seems I'm infected.
All right, let's get started. Today is just a wonderful day, and my best friend and I went out for a walk outside to get some fresh air and generally think up some kind of adventure, but some kind of chaos is happening outside. All the residents are running around in a panic, and everyone is starting to fight with each other. It doesn't seem like infected zombie residents have appeared in our village, and it's just awful. I think that you and I need to run to the sheriff's station as quickly as possible to talk to him about the situation that has developed in our village. I would like to train so that I could protect my residents from the attacks of these residents. And I also hope that we could make some kind of medicine to save the already infected residents. I think we should be at the sheriff's as soon as possible.
Hello, Sheriff. Terrible things happened in our village. Many residents became zombie residents and are attacking our residents. We would like to become professionals to help you charge the village from the attack of these terrible zombie residents. Tell us what to do.
I'll just give you all the gear from weapons to armor and everything else. Go to the site and train. And when you're ready, come back to me so I can give you the task you need to complete.
It's just incredible we were given cool weapons and equipment so that we can now go to the training ground and prepare well for our mission, because we will need to have to treat the residents infected with the virus and also very government shoot parkour at houses and do all this. To begin with, you and I will shoot at a target to hit the target exactly and always react cool and quickly. And here is a really cool site here. You can practice different aspects of your professionalism. This is really cool. Look here, you and I are practicing really cool shooting, and therefore I think we should move on to the next task. This is treating residents. I seem to be doing very well with the keys. I just throw this special potion at them, and they feel better. But of course, it doesn't cure him completely, and that's bad, because we really need to come up with a cool vaccine to save them. Now you need to stand a little more on the targets that are here, because there are a lot of them. There will also be a lot of zombies, so you will always need to be on the alert, and this turned out great. You must not forget to run on the treadmill to train your endurance and also hit a special punching bag to practice your punch. If suddenly we do not have a weapon with you, and it seems that everything turned out great for us, and now we can proceed to the hardest part. We must come to this hard parkour, and when we can come to parkour, this means that you are completely ready to complete the mission. These are really hard parkours, even though there is water below. The tests themselves are not hard because it is hard to jump on them, especially on those small iron bars that are very hard to hit. I don't know how many times you and I will be able to complete this parkour, but you have very little time. So we must train very quickly, and we must complete this parkour as quickly as possible because it depends on us. Will we be able to save this entire village, or will it be captured by zombies? And then all the other residents will also become zombies. This will be very bad and sad. So you and I must really try to go on a mission as quickly as possible and save as many residents as possible. We were able to pass all the tests with you, and now we can go to the sheriff to get our first task.
You and I also received a task from the sheriff to build an incredibly large wall that separates normal residents from infected residents, and then we will observe the infected residents to understand how to cure them, or we will have to destroy them all if we do not find a vaccine. And we need to do this now. We need to fight off the infected residents and also gradually build a wall from all the materials that you and I will have now when we approach a special seller and he will give them to us at the direction of the chief. Then we will have a lot of these materials. The main thing is that we can cope with this difficult task, but I think you and I can do it. After all, you and I are a super team.
Well, we have all the necessary materials that this excellent seller gave us, whom we always love and always buy everything from him. And now the time has come to fulfill our duty. our mission, to protect all our residents, save our village from the attack of these terrible zombie residents, and then somehow cure them. I must do this with you at any cost. But know that there is a choice between our residents and the zombie residents. Then we need to destroy the zombie in order to save our resident. It seems to us that everything should work out well. One of the peoples will cover someone, and the second will build a wall. And we really have very cool and reliable materials. We will build a very cool wall that the zombie residents will not be able to get through. And then we will go to our super cool scientist who will come up with some kind of potion, a vaccine, that will cure these terrible zombies and finally become normal again. And everything will be fine again in our village, and then we can remove this wall. I think that everything will be fine. It's so good that you and I are such cool professionals. And besides, we also trained with us. Cool weapons armor, and we always protect our village from terrible monsters. Some bandits, and from such too, we protect the inhabitants' zombies. So I'm sure that it will all work out. After all, you and I are best friends and just an incredible team. I always cover each other in the most dangerous moments, and today we will do it too. After all, you and I simply will not win, and we are the best teams in the world. And this is the difference, that you and I are cool. And the coolest, I'm so glad that you are my best friend and that we are now protecting our village. I don't want to move to some other village after all. So much with you. Where is this village? And I already just love to walk it. So walk in the forest and generally have fun. We need to now save all the inhabitants whom we know where they are also. In our friends Get You Stupid Zombies run, we will not leave you a chance reason. And our friends, and therefore we will destroy you very easily and quickly. After all, we are stronger, cool, and very dangerous. We always cover each other and do very cool tricks that do not allow you to catch up with us. We literally have a little more time left, and we will definitely be able to finish building this whole wall. It will be just wonderful and very cool. How good it is that you and I are so cool. Our wall is finally built, and now we just have to clear the side where the normal residents are from the zombie residents, and then everything will be just great. How well we tried together. To be honest, I'm already very tired, because you and I have been fighting these monsters for so long and have not rested at all, and I would like to at least eat a little something and also sleep. But I think that we will do this as soon as we save one half of the village from the terrible zombie residents. And then we can rest together. And so far, everything is going great for us. We are trying them, they can't do anything to us. How good it is that you and I are such a cool team and cope so well with all the difficulties. I'm just glad that it is cool to train such professionals that no one can defeat.
You will really fought very well! And now we have built an incredibly large wall. He fenced off normal residents from zombies. And I think that now we have permission to go and eat delicious food because I am so hungry, because I fought for a very long time. Hello, chef. Please give us delicious food because we fought for a long time and are very hungry and want to eat delicious food.
Well, now we have a lot of delicious food, and we can now sit down at the tables and eat it. And also wash it all down with the water we bought. It's just wonderful. Finally, we ate. And now we're not hungry anymore. But I think we should go home now to rest from everything that happened today. After all, you and I really spent a lot of time and strength to fight all these zombies. And I want to rest, so that later I still have the strength to fight them if suddenly something goes wrong, and so that we can continue to defend our village, and I'm sure that everything will be fine. To be honest, I've been very tired lately, but I know that I have a great idea. Let's build a sofa and a TV now and watch something. When night comes, we'll do our own thing, Wow, you built such a cool sofa so quickly, and also installed such a cool TV that we can move over and watch really interesting movies, but, I think we've watched enough, and it's already evening. So we should go as quickly as possible to the lab, to our scientist friend, so that he can create a vaccine for us that would save all the inhabitants of Zombie, and then everything would be fine. I'm sure that he can do it, so we need to be with him already and talk to him. Hello, our scientist friend. We need your help. Because zombies have appeared in the village who charge other residents. And we need you to come up with some really cool, effective vaccine that could save everyone from infection with this terrible virus. We know that you are the smartest scientist in our village. So please help us save the whole village so that everything is okay.
Hello guys, of course I will help you, because I am the coolest and smartest scientist in general. In this village, and now our village has come to a big trouble because from somewhere a zombie virus appeared among our residents, and most likely they were infected by someone zombie, and then it began to be transmitted, so I have to create a super cool antidote. It's so good that I have tissue samples of these zombies, and then I can mix these special atoms and different subparticles, and then everything will turn out really cool for me. The main thing is not to overdo it with my cool antimatter. That is here, if I add too much of it, then something very strange can happen, and then the residents can fly into some kind of terrible mutants. But I'm sure that I will succeed, because I am the coolest and smartest scientist in our village, and I always do everything just fine. I'm sure that we can save the residents. It seems to me that I'm already close to making the perfect vaccine. I just have to make a couple of strokes, and it will be ready. It also seems that almost everything is ready. I just need to mix everything in a special molecular collider that will twist everything here, and then it will turn out. Everything is just great, and then it will turn out to be a balanced vaccine that will be able to get all the infected viewers back on their feet as quickly as possible.
Guys, hurry up. Let's go outside. We need to solve problems because zombies are trying to climb the wall. We need to somehow get rid of them so that everything is okay. Otherwise, we can all die, and this is unacceptable.
We need to do something as quickly as possible so that we can save all our residents because it seems that these residents are somehow trying to get to the top. Or maybe they have already climbed over this wall, and it's just terrible. Let's quickly put up a ladder to climb up and see what the situation is like there. And will we be able to help our residents in any way? Because we must save everyone as quickly as possible because our situation is literally on the brink now, and we need to react quickly. I am sure that we will be able to solve this situation and save many lives. After all, you and I are the coolest in our village, and that is cool.
Oh no, look! Some of the residents somehow got to the side where the zombie residents are, and therefore, we need to protect them as quickly as possible. We must destroy these zombie residents so that they do not have time to download normal residents, otherwise everything will be very bad. And our situation is now really hanging by a thread. We must not allow these zombie residents to get to our side where normal residents live. And we also need as many and as quickly as possible scientists to make vaccines so that we can save all the residents. Well, for now, we can only defeat these zombies so that they do not have time to harm anyone. But to be honest, there are a lot of them they somehow discharge very quickly. It is very scary and dangerous, and we can also save these residents who are now walking there. Maybe they got into something. And after all, they once walked in the forest and did not even know what was happening. He was from the village. When they returned, they got to the wrong place, at the wrong time. But we must save. Because no one else can do this. Except us. Only you and I are really very cool trained professionals who have to act. And in emergency situations, there is to save the lives of all people, especially from our village. We have always done everything perfectly, and this time is no exception. We will save everyone in the village. We will also save all the inhabitants. It was a really tough fight, but you and I were able to win it. And now I think we can go and have a quiet rest at home because I really want to sleep. We defeated all the zombie residents. There will soon be a scene and everyone will be saved. And so you and I can go and have a quiet rest. And tomorrow we still need to go to the doctor to ask a lot of questions about all the patients who will be in the hospital. It was a tough adventure. Well, you and I slept very well, and now we still have a lot to do. Now we need to go to the hospital as quickly as possible and discuss all the details with the doctor who works there and who is the most important one there because that hospital is abandoned. And we have a lot of patients now, and we need to discuss where we will put them all because they will not all fit in our small hospital. And we need to get there as quickly as possible so that he can tell us what needs to be done so that we can help him and so that everything is okay in our village so that everything ends well.
Hello, guys. I'm so glad you came. I know what you want to know. So that you can always place patients, I will give you special devices now, and you will clean up here, remove cobwebs, all kinds of wool, provide everything so that it is safe here and cleaned up. Only you will do all this, I will be able to treat patients here. Of course, I will pay you for this emeralds, so that you have the motivation to do everything as best as possible.
What did you and I pay a lot of money and give us all the necessary tools so that you and I could take the entire dam, all the unnecessary things? Fortunately, they also finished building the broken structures, and it's just wonderful. How cool that now you and I can stop this hospital and all the infected patients can get here so that you can be cured. And now we will have an incredibly large hospital, but now we will need to try very hard because you and I have a lot of work that we must do now so that other residents can come here, so that we cannot be distracted by some things. We must work very hard now and clean up absolutely everything. I will pull it out so that everything here is very clean. The repairs are done beautifully, and so that it is safe for residents to be here, so that they cannot fall anywhere, and so that nothing bad happens to them. But I am sure that you and I will do all this as cool as possible, because you and I are best friends and just an incredibly cool team that always copes with everyone. And we are also doing an incredibly cool job. How good it is that we have each other and can do such incredible things. How good it is that we do cool building, and also that we can do everything in the world. We always saved our village, and today was no exception, because today we also saved from the attack of various terrible zombies residents. And also, we made an incredibly cool wall, and everything was just wonderful. And also a vaccine was created, thanks to which we can now cure them all. Today was just an incredibly cool adventure.
You and I have worked very well and brought this hospital into a perfect condition. Now we can go home and maybe go for a walk in the forest. And maybe we can even come up with something. You and I are smart.
2 hours later.
You and I have been walking around in the forest for a while and have gotten completely lost. So I suggest we make a fire somewhere here, throw out unnecessary things, and warm ourselves in it until the morning. And then I think we will find a way out of this forest and return home to watch TV and play computer games. It was fun and cool.